Fluoride was put in the water in the 1940s. It was put in the water to stop tooth decay. But now it's recognized that most of our mouthwashes and toothpastes have fluoride in them, and you don't need fluoride in the water. It's a very inefficient way of preventing tooth decay because you're getting it in blood. And as it turns out, fluoride is very, very dangerous. It causes IQ loss. There are extensive studies that show if you put fluoride in the water at double the rate that EPA now allows, that is in all of our water systems that use it in this country, and it causes dramatic IQ loss in children, and particularly in unborn fetuses. It also causes bone cancer, it causes arthritis, and it causes the deterioration of bones, thyroid injuries. It also calcifies the pineal gland of the human brain, which is the part of our brain that actually creates our spiritual feelings. So it's really something, yeah.
Put it in the water for a small deal, which is our teeth. And this is what it does to the teeth. This is dental fluorosis. And it causes skeletal fluorosis. Now the body thinks that fluoride is actually calcium, so then it puts it in the bones. It also does something similar with lead. It thinks it's iron. So when your body gets confused with these elements thinking it's something safe and then it utilizes it, our body becomes corrupt, and our bones become weak, and the foundation for our body is unstable. All right, so I'm just dreaming. All right, this is an idea that I had that Elon Musk could probably do. I mean, it's crazy, but rich people can do crazy stuff because they got the money for it. Okay, so let's say Elon, this is a suggestion, all right, just to get a ball rolling. Let's say he buys out Evian or Fiji. Let's just say he buys out Fiji. And then he buys out an area, a local municipal water supplier that supplies water to the tap. So now he owns the rights to whatever water brand he bought, like Fiji or Evian, and then he owns a water company. So most water supplies are built near bodies of water. For example, we have the Ohio River, which is one nasty river, but that's our water supply. Okay, so he builds a Tesla turbine out in the water, so the water flow turns the turbine. And these turbines have basically like an infinite amount of torque and a spin, and basically these things aren't used because they can spin so wildly. But you could actually put fins on it to use the water itself from the flow of the river to stabilize that spin to keep it from spinning wildly. Now, this would be a generator. This would produce electricity. And it's connected to a boiler. And then the boiler steams up the water, sends it through its pipes, condenses it, and you have clean water. Clean, purified water. And then it gets sent to the water tower. So now there's purified water here, and it doesn't have a whole bunch of chemicals in it, especially fluoride. Now, a lot of minerals are lost through this distillation process, but you can run it through what I call a mineral barrel and regain all these minerals. Just run the water over clean rock. And inside these mineral barrels, there's little blades of silver, and the water passes over the silver, and the silver purifies the water further. So it kills any kind of microbes because silver is a purifier. Now, I've mentioned this stuff before. When you have this garbage and stuff in these streams, we have to treat the water more and more and more, put more chemicals in it. And the more chemicals we put in it, the more it destroys our bodies. The more we end up polluting and trash on the water, the more we end up having to treat it some more, the more we toxify our bodies. It's just a downward spiral. And this one's a big one. These leach hydrocarbons into that water. This is exactly like dumping gasoline or oil into a stream, which is illegal. The EPA does not approve of that. But every stream that you come across, you're going to find just tires everywhere. And if we had groups or crews of people collect these tires, I call them pluckers, the guys that are in the water that throw them onto the shore. And then you have the rollers, which are the guys on the shore that take the tire and they roll it toward the truck. And then there's loaders, which load it onto the truck. So you have people taking the tires, throwing it up onto the shore. The person on the shoreline rolls it down the shore toward the truck, and then the people at the truck load it onto a trailer. And then we have a whole bunch of tires that we can recycle or use for something else. And we can clean up the water some and get some of that CO2 go down, because the more water circulates, the less CO2 there is, because it dissolves CO2. That's what running water does. If we get the circulation of the planet going, maybe our circulation will start improving. I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, I understand that new ideas are usually frowned upon, but that's the only way I believe we're ever going to get out of a lot of these problems. I mean, when you think about it, we have Wardenclyffe Tower, we used to, Tesla Tower. If Elon Musk bought out a water company and supplied water to, say, a city or a town, we'd have a whole new concept of a Tesla Tower. Just put Tesla right across there. Clean water. No additives, no toxins. With the added plus, there's no nerve gas in it. Does anyone agree with this idea? If you do, like and share. Be a part of the change. I hate asking for that.